Okay, so today we're going to be testing the Exotac, glare, 6-hour candle tin. Now, I'm sure the Exotac candles do burn for how long they're supposed to burn, but that's not why I'm testing. The reason I'm testing this today is because this specific one says this is a, if I can get it up, says it's a hot burn candle. And that can, if I can get it to stop glaring. It will focus. I don't know how good that's showing up, but it says it will boil 8 ounces of water in 18 minutes. Now, I don't know if it'll do that or not. That's why I'm going to test it. If it is, that seems like it'd be a good extra piece of gear to have. I mean, after all, it is pretty small. I mean, it's still light. It's still a candle. But I do have another one like this. I bought another one just so I could test it. Because if not, well, obviously I'm just going to use it as a candle. I'm not going to use it as a thing. But got my little Esbit stove here. It's the only thing I can think of that I can set this in. Because I don't have an alcohol burner or anything. So I don't use stuff like this. And the only cup I got that can actually measure water. So get everything set up, get it lit, and obviously I'm not going to let it sit here for the full 18 or 20 minutes or whatever and just, talk non-stop with it, because that's going to take too long. I'm just going to cut in and out through different points at a time, probably in 5-minute increments or whatever, but let's get it started. As you can see, it's a 3-wick candle. I like the other ones, but these wicks seem to be thicker. I don't know why that is. They're all 100% beeswax. I'm not sure what beeswax can be used for, but I'm gonna get out the cup here. We're gonna measure 8 ounces of water, so up that line. Let me get the canteen opened up here. I'm gonna open this up and see if I can do this one-handed. Okay, that looks fine. Well, 8 ounces is not a lot of water. But as far as a little cooking or whatever, that's more than enough. Get everything lit up and set up and start from there. Alright. Use my trusty Zippo lighter here. Try to light. I don't think I can do this one hand. Hey. Take this for me. I can't do this one handed with this kind of lighter. Alright. I'll see, I'm going to light all 3. I'm going to give them a minute till they start to touch the wax before. Seem to be burning pretty bright. I don't know how hot they're burning, but got a good amount of heat. It may work. I'm not too sure, but looking like it may work. But it's not the safest, but it's the only thing I got that I can set. Like that. That's actually not a bad little thing. A little bad nice. Lantern. In fact, click the light off on there for a second.
I have to turn it off.
What?
I have to turn the camera.
Hold on. Let me try. Alright, well, I'll get it right here, and so you can show a thing without the light. Because it's throwing off a good amount of light. As you can see, I mean, it's on this camera, it's pretty bright, but it's burning down enough. I'm gonna cut off here, put the pot on. So all right, and I wish I had a temperature thing or whatever, because this is already starting to get pretty hot. But see how I put the pot over it, put the lid on it, obviously. It's gonna be burning pretty efficiently, not too bad. Now, the time, it is a little after 8, so I'm just going to cut in at periodic times. So before it gets to 8:20, this water should be boiling, as it says on the packaging. Okay, so we started a timer, but it's about 5 minutes in. Water isn't really boiling, but if you can see, there is steam coming off the water, so the water is warming up. I've thought about this for a minute, and this would be good for stealth camping and what's that, escape and evade type situations if you were ever in one and had this. Or as far as leave no trace camping, it's a little better alternative because these candles aren't that expensive. I think this was like $6 that I've got. I don't know if they're cheaper anywhere else or not, but they don't cost that much. They're a little bit cheaper than fuel tabs and everything. Seems like they burn a little bit longer, but yeah, come back in a couple minutes, see if the water's starting to boil or if it's getting some bubbles in it. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes since the last one. Got about 5 minutes on the thing. The water is getting hot. It's starting to bubble up a little bit.
Still 4 minutes.
I was not really expecting that. I mean, the water is getting hot. So, I mean, as far as, warming up a meal or whatever, you could do this fairly easy. The candles burn for 6 hours. So, you could get a good amount of cooks or, like if you wanted to heat up some water for some soup or some oatmeal or something. That's fairly easy, which I would just recommend, just boiling it off a regular stove because it'd take less time. But if this is all you had, this would work fairly well. Can I hit bug? But not too bad. We're going to let it go for 5 more minutes, see how it does. All 3 should still be lit. I don't know how well that's going to focus. Yeah, yep, all 3 are lit. We'll see how that does. Alright, so it's been exactly 18 minutes. It's been exactly 18 minutes. I'm probably going to let it burn for a little bit longer, but as you can see, the water is starting to boil a little bit. It's not now rolling, but I mean, that's boiling, I'd say, or borderline boiling. I just thought about this. This would be good for if you're in a tent, since this is throwing off some good heat. This would be good to place in a small tent or under a little lean-to shelter or whatever, and just light the candle, fill it with water, and just let it slowly warm up. And this would be good as a little tent heater. I mean, it's just a candle. It's like building a full-fledged fire or burning fuel in a tent or anything in an enclosed space. I mean, a candle shouldn't hurt too much, and the water would produce heat and moisture, which I wouldn't recommend the moisture because you don't want to be damp and 20 to 0 weather. But I mean, it's not a bad little heater if you wanted to use it that way. So I'm just gonna pull it up here. Burning fairly well. It seems like all the wax is nearly melted. I don't know if the wick's supposed to burn for 6 hours or what, but all the wax is nearly melted.
It dries.
Yeah, it should. If it should just dry up, and the wick should still be fine. I think it's the wicks that burn for 6 hours, but all in all, not too bad. It does what it says to do. It will boil 8 ounces of water in 18 minutes. So it's not lying about that. I don't know about trying to boil larger portions, but it shouldn't hurt as a last resort or an emergency piece of gear if you had to use it other than a candle or whatever. But all in all, not bad. Yeah, seems to work pretty well. Throws off a good amount of light. Oh, it looks like a bug flew in the wax.
Wax bug.
I'm gonna see how blow this out and see how the wax hardens up and everything. But I'm sure it's very hot to touch since it's a tin. But all in all, this is a good item piece, a good last resort piece, a good if you had to be minimal site use and everything, and leave no traces anywhere, this would be good because it's just a candle. It's not going to leave no ashes from a small fire or anything. So,
It's really hot.
the usual: like, share, comment, subscribe, comment if you want to see something new. I'm going to try to be posting more and more videos as I can. I'm getting more gear pieces so I can review them. In fact, after this, there's going to be another gear review piece after this. So stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you next time.